Hi Louis, we're just going to look at trying to lengthen your lower back and your hamstrings, back of the legs to start with, because I just think that it's probably all just tightened up and we need to lengthen before we can strengthen. So we've got something to prompt the inner thigh connection between the thighs above the knees. We're going to start in neutral spine, so flat pelvis. Legs hip width apart, nice even weight through the feet, hugging the ball, and just on the exhale we're just going to start with a pelvic tilt, so just rolling the pelvis backwards and sending the tailbone up to the ball. Okay, that's your exhale. Then inhale, come back to that flat pelvis, nice fold at the front of the hips. So we're going to do that about 5 times. Exhaling, sending the lower back down into the surface, so the only tension is through the front of the hips there. Coming back, opening the sitting bones, so think about narrowing the sit bones as you send that tailbone up, and then open the sit bones to come back to a neutral spine. So a couple more, just really melting the lower back down into that surface, spreading it, and then coming back again just to neutral one more time. So again, exhaling and then inhaling back down. Then we'll take it through that pelvic tilt on the exhale again, and then inhale to hold, and then exhale, try coming up through the rest of the spine, moving through each vertebra piece by piece. You won't want your headband for this one. And then inhaling to hold, exhaling, come back down, reversing the movement. So you're going to try and find that pelvic tilt on the way down and then release it back to neutral. So let's do 5 of these. So again, on the exhale, roll. Hold it if you can. Inhale into the diaphragm. Exhale, come back up, reaching out through the knees and opening the front of the hips. Inhale, exhale back down, drop the breastbone, think about sending those ribs down towards your hips, come through that tilt, hold it if you can, breathe and then come back, exhaling back to neutral. Don't let the ribs flare. Keep the lower ribs connected to your hips whole time. Through the tilt again and then opening. And one more. Now if the back of the legs are feeling a bit tight, which I'm presuming they will be, keep that squeeze at the back of the hips all the time, especially on the way down. Alright, then release that and back to neutral, nice open sit bones. So we're going to work on stretching your glutes and then your back of your legs. So curling up if you need to, exhaling, bringing the legs, the shape of those legs closer to your chest. And for yourself, I'd say start on your right side. And then go back, go to your left side and then go do another set of stretches on your right side. So about 5 exhales. So you feel it here, back of the hips. So as I said, start with your right leg, go to the left leg in front and then back to the right leg. Find a band or something that you can support your leg with, and we're going to now do the hamstrings. So if your back of your legs are very tight, keep the other leg bent up on the floor, or if you can, stretch it out. And then you're going to exhale, straighten the leg, make sure the knee's straight, and then bring it up into the stretch. So 5 of these, keeping the leg in line with the hip. you should gradually feel that it gets a bit easier each time, hopefully. The knee's got to be straight, hasn't it, Steve?
Yes.
So we're going to now target the inner and outer hamstrings. So keep the legs straight this time, and as you bring it up to the stretch, angle it towards one shoulder. Keep it straight, swing it down, release the stretch, inhale, exhale again, up to the same shoulder. So 5 times. Again, legs got to be straight. Use the band to increase the stretch. Watch the pelvis doesn't move, and then just take a slight angle to the other side. Exhaling, of course. Now this will feel tighter. It's for your outer hamstring here, so that's won't lift as high as when you stretch towards the other shoulder. Okay, so 5 of those in each position. Alright, and then we'll repeat, of course, other side again. With yourself, you might start with the right leg and then go to the left leg and back to the right leg. So just see how it's feeling. If it's really a lot of imbalance in the legs, then do that left, right, left. Okay, one more time. And then keep the leg nice and straight. Could have gone back to your head first. And then swing the leg down, angle it to one shoulder on your exhale. See, I feel like I've got a lot more length in this leg today. So I would go back to my other side. So 5 times towards each shoulder. Okay, brilliant. So that's for the back of your legs. Important to do those because if they're tight, those hamstrings, it's going to pull in the lower back. Right, so we're going to go to the cat stretch. So go into all fours and alright, and have the shoulders over the wrists and then the hips over the knees. Start in neutral spine and then hugging something above the knees. Lift from your inner thighs and then roll the pelvis again backwards and arch up into angry cat. Breathe into it and then breathe out to come back to neutral. So 5 of these. Again, the hips don't move backwards or forwards or side to side. Keep them sitting over the knees. Breathe into the stretch. Breathe out to come back. Try and stretch between your shoulder blades here as well. Send the breath into that area. Again, thinking about the sitting bones narrowing as you arch up. Let the head go. And then the sitting bones are going to open as you come back to neutral one more time. Do that as many times as you feel you need to. And then this time, we're going to keep the curve through the spine. So from the cat, we're going to sit back over the heels. So we've got a rounded spine now. Take the ball away, breathe. Think about your tailbone dropping and being really heavy here. So you're going to get the length through the lower back. A few deep breaths there, then the knees go wide. And we're going to stretch either side of the lower back. So for you, we're going to start going over to your left side, over your left leg. So you're going to stretch your right QL first. Again, a few deep breaths. Now the hips haven't moved, they're still sitting over your heels. And then after 5 breaths there, take it over. Just the spine over to the other side. Keep reaching this sit bone
further away from the crown of your head. A few deep breaths there. And then, as I said, I want you to go back over to your left side with the spine, to stretch your right side of your lower back. Use your abdominals the whole time, of course. Come back into the centre. And before you safely unroll,
and just work on that for the time being, see how you get on with that, and then we'll look at some more strengthening work. Bye, mate.